Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Young People Takeover here on News in Motion. It is your favorite co-host, Isaiah Jones, along with, as always,
Lexi Williams. Hey, y'all.
how's everyone doing today on this wonderful Wednesday, wholesome Wednesday, uh, woke Wednesday, whatever you want to call it, Woo Wednesday, in honor of Pop Smoke. How's everybody doing today? We were in the middle of the week, y'all. We almost there to Friday. We're almost there to the weekend. It feels like the weeks are going by pretty fast. And not just the weeks, but the year is also going by pretty fast because we are about to be in August. Speaking of August, for today and tomorrow. You have me and Lexi as the host of You Young People Take Over News in Motion, and then for the month of August, News in Motion will be on a break um, as we prepare for our new season, which is coming September 2nd. Um, but we will have encore videos throughout the month of August. So, make sure you tuned in for that. Oh, wow. We see a lot of people coming in here. Good morning to Dr. Antoinette. Good morning to Mary Owens over on LinkedIn. Shout out to our LinkedIn viewers, as well as our YouTube viewers, and also to our audio listeners. Good morning, Patricia Lyles. Good morning, Lutricia Hall. Good morning, Tanja Williams. Uh, good morning to Miss Kim Edmondson. She says happy hump day. Good morning, Deborah Sneed. Um, Tanya Williams says back to school/college.
Mm. Don't remind
Yeah.
me. Don't remind me.
Yeah. uh,
Oh, so excited for these people.
and
Emotion.
and the teachers, we're really excited for the
Woo.
teachers. Yeah.
Go team.
Good morning to Shirley Nicholson. Good morning, Denver Johnson. Good morning, Tracy Burrs. Good morning, Jeffrey Allen James. Patricia Lau says those weeks are zooming by. You young adults are doing a good job. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. Good morning, Carolyn Maxwell over on YouTube. Good morning, Tony Morrison Smith. Good morning, Kenny Stanley, and good morning, Camille Jones. And also good morning to Adrian Gladys.
Y'all are in
Who,
here.
yeah,
Hey.
hey,
Yeah.
they let the young people take over.
Okay, we see y'all.
And also be sure to share the live stream with a friend. Tell them to come on over and get the young people's perspective on the news. And also be sure to tune in tomorrow for our Throwback Thursday conversation. We taking it all the way back. We going from the 70s to the early 2000s. So be prepared to discuss everything music related, movie related, electronic related for Throwback Thursday as we close out the Young People Takeover and prepare for our break on August. And also in August, if you live in Ohio, be sure to vote, y'all, because we have a midterm election coming up on August 2nd. So you don't want to miss this important election. If you have a young person who is of age to vote, but they aren't registered, make sure you get them registered. And to find out more information, here's the link right here for the upcoming election on August 2nd. We will also put this in the chats so that way it can be accessible to you as well. But I can't stress this enough. It is important to vote. It is important to vote. It is our right to vote. Those who came before us fought too much, fought too hard for us not to exercise it. So, encourage your young people, get them registered to vote. So that way they know how it feels to not only make a change, but also be a change. So, so how's everybody doing today? How have you enjoyed this young people takeover with me and Lexi? We love giving the news in our own way. We like putting our own little flavor on it. Lexi has her national days, which I find intriguing because I never knew that there could be a national grilled cheese day or like a national uh, pet a cow day. I don't know. Lexi's kind of the expert on that, but has been our pleasure um, and a privilege to bring you headline news. And also, this wouldn't be possible without Miss Gail Dudley. So we just want to send a huge gratitude um, to Miss Gail Dudley for believing in us and inspiring us, um, for giving us the platform to bring you headline news. Tanya Williams says she loves the Young People Takeover. Good morning to Miss Marianne Jackson. Good morning to Diane Ladybug. Good morning, Latrice Jones. Latricia Hall says you two are doing a fine job. Uh, Miss Adrian says, note many poll locations have changed in Ohio. Check your email for updates or on the Ohio voting website. That is very important. Make sure you check your locations or voting locations in case they have changed. Or if you've changed addresses, be sure to update that information. Kim Emerson says, don't miss the opportunity to vote on August 2nd. Good morning, Fred Jones. Mary Owens on LinkedIn says, you two have been great. And Kim Emerson says, yes. So with that being said, we are getting ready to head into our first headline news. I'm going to turn it over to Lexi Williams.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. So, hey, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, it's good to see y'all. See y'all flooding in here. Makes us feel good. So, your first story today is doctors stepping into politics. So, more and more doctors are taking a step into politics, specifically the political arenas. Since COVID-19, the pandemic, and the overturn of Roe versus Wade, doctors all across the country are starting to become more involved into politics, specifically running for office. Dr. Donna Kim Murphy, the vice chair of Doctors in Politics, told NBC, doctors are stepping back and recognizing all of the harm that has been perpetrated over the last several years by people who don't understand the implications for health and well being for individuals or communities of our democracy. Murphy's organization are taking doctors from all over to run for Congress, even putting them in school boards for the purpose of better sex education for our kids. The group has collected more than 110 candidates, and Dr. Tina Shaw lives in New Jersey, where abortion is legal still, but Dr. Shaw told NBC, I could help strengthen what's happening in our state, but also take this on national level, she said. Because just like when we think about civil rights and the Voting Rights Act, there are some cases in our country history where we need strong federal action, and I believe we're at yet another one with reproductive rights again. Dr. Tina is supported by 314 Action, which according to NBC News is aligned with the Democratic Party and has spent millions of dollars on political research, strategy, and advertising over the last year on science candidates, including doctors. The organization said is creating a pipeline for doctors and other medical and science professionals to get into political offices. I think doctors moving into politics is a great thing. It can open up the view of our public eye, and maybe science won't have to be so political anymore. So, what do you think, Isaiah and NIM family? Doctors moving into politics?
Listen, I'm all for it. As long as they are doctors that are a little more on the youth side, because I don't, old people running for office, ain't nothing wrong with that. They got a lot of wisdom, but they could kick the bucket at any time. So it'd be nice to see some doctors um, in politics, especially when it comes to health concerns, because they will definitely be experts in that area. We see some more people coming in here. Good morning, Miss Cassandra Tarver. Deborah Johnson talking about the election coming up. She said, yes, our poll location changed this time. Please check your location. Marianne Jackson says, I voted earlier on Monday after work. Um, Deborah Johnson also says, we are doing a great job in terms of the young people takeover. Kim Emerson says, amen for medical community stepping up. And also, good morning to Rosanna Bivens, who had just tuned in from Facebook. Before we move on to our next headline, just want to give it a, give again another shout out to Miss Gail Dudley and also her book coming up. This is her book, Inspire, which you can pre-order right now from now until August 3rd. Everyone who pre-orders Inspire will have an opportunity to receive one of four $25 gift cards for gas. The drawing will take place on August 5th, so you can place your exclusive copy order on Miss Gail Dudley's website, which is right here. Books will be shipped in October of this year, and that for every book they order, for every book that you order, your name is entered for each book. For example, if someone orders 10 books to give away as gifts, then that person's name goes into the drawing 10 times. So we just want to, again, be a blessing to Miss Gail Dudley, since he has been a blessing to not only me and Lexi, but I'm pretty sure she has been a blessing to everyone who tunes into News and Motion and those outside of News and Motion. Um, so you have until now till August 3rd to purchase the Inspire book, and everyone who purchases a book will be entered into a drawing to receive one of four $25 gift cards for gas. Now, I know that could help y'all. I know that could. So let's be a blessing to her. She has been a blessing to us. Amen. Amen. So, to my first headline news, this is reported by the Washington Post. It says, breaking news: the Justice Department is investigating former President Donald Trump's actions as part of its criminal probe of efforts to overturn the 2020 election results, according to four people familiar with the matter. This story is still developing, so we will bring you more information as that comes along. And CNN news, this is reported by CNN, and this is movie news. Rated R movies are coming to Disney Plus. What does that mean? It means that while Disney Plus will still remain family friendly, it will have three rated R movie titles. This being Deadpool 1 and 2 and the positive reviewed movie Logan, which was played by Hugh Jackman as his final role of the Wolverine. Me personally, I have seen the movie. It was fantastic. It was emotional. But those three movies, Deadpool 1, 2, and Logan, are coming to Disney Plus in the U.S. on this upcoming Friday. These Marvel superheroes aren't exactly kid friendly, but like I said before, Disney Plus will still remain uh, kid friendly, family friendly, in terms of keeping Pixar, Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, and the National Geographic. So, how do you feel about rated R movies on Disney Plus, Lexi?
I mean, it's not the greatest idea. I see what they're trying to do to attract more viewers, but they have a lot of viewers already. So I think it may be for money wise of adding that movie, or I don't know. I really couldn't tell you, but it's not the greatest idea. It's for the kids, for something for all of us to enjoy. All the good special Disney movies are all close to our hearts, like Princess and the Frog and Moana and all them older ones that we
That movie had a
did.
good soundtrack.
We sure did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Like Friends on the Other Side and Never Knew I Needed.
That that's my song.
Listen,
Okay. I'm almost there. Let's talk about it.
Whew, there's a message with that one.
Okay. But
There's a
yeah, I don't know about rated R movies on Disney Plus. That's especially with all the kids on there. The little kids are little premature kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get what they're trying to do, trying to appeal to more of the adult demographic, but
But
you,
it's
you
family
made
movies. That's the whole.
yeah, you made Disney Plus for family, like family friendly, something that everyone could watch, not just, adults. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll definitely see how it
Kim
goes.
Kim Edmondson is not happy about it at all. Rated
No,
R on Disney, she said with the angry face emoji, and then she said, "Right, Lexi, it shouldn't be about the money." With another angry face emoji. Wow.
yeah, Dr. Antoinette also agrees. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Maybe maybe Disney Plus is they got something up their sleeve, or maybe they're trying to you know send a shot at Netflix. I don't know, but this is an interesting move by Disney Plus. So, but in terms of other news, Lexi, I heard you got an interesting headline for us.
Yeah, so as you all might have heard already, Russia is leaving the International Space Station. So I try to think of this one as anything that goes on outside of the US that has something to do with affecting us. So Russia will be withdrawing from the International Space Station in the year of 2024. Russia is seeking to work with the Chinese space program, their main partner for the last 25 years. Kathleen Lewis, a curator in the Space History Department at Smithsonian Institution's National Air and Space Museum, told NBC it's not yet clear what impact Russia's announcement will have on the space station's management in the coming years. The article later states the way Russia handles the withdrawal will have logistical consequences for NASA and its other partners, including whether different space agencies or commercial providers step in to fill the gaps. Lewis later goes on to say, "It's like renting a group home with a bunch of friends, and the last person out is responsible for all the cleaning." Lewis said, "The devil is in the details." So there are a lot of things other countries can do to have an effect on America if we're tied to them in any way, shape, or form. So this will have some kind of effect on our space international station. We'll see where it goes in the next coming years. Of course, it's the year before I graduate in 25, so
Ooh, represent.
whoop, whoop. I'm excited to see what happens, who's going to fill in the gaps, but it could go downhill. So we're just hoping and praying that it doesn't go downhill for all our
Mm.
space kids out there and space people. But Isaiah, what you got?
Miss Adrian says Russia needs to withdraw from Ukraine now. I absolutely agree. This has been going on too long. But in terms of space,
That actually, to add to that, it has a part to do with why they withdraw from the International Space Station. The whole Ukraine
mm,
Russia attack was something else.
that's a good move by them. But yeah. Good morning to Miss Valerie Johnson. Miss Miss Tanya Williams also. This is from the Disney Plus story. She says it's definitely about the money. Listen, nowadays, uh, everything is. People are trying to rebuild from the last 2-3 years in terms of their economy. So what else could you do? Uh, Good morning to Miss Lori Wallace who has come in here. Also want to again extend our uh, warm welcomes and good mornings to those who are tuning in by audio, LinkedIn, and YouTube as well as Facebook. Thank you for joining the Young People Takeover on this wonderful Wednesday. So our next headline, this is an interesting headline. This was reported by AP, and this happened in New York. So this past Sunday or Monday, a preacher was doing his church live stream, and he's known for his close friendship with the New York City mayor. Was robbed of more than $1 million worth of jewelry this past Sunday by armed bandits who crashed his Brooklyn church service just as he was summarizing about keeping faith in the face of grave adversity. So, y'all, Bishop Lamar Miller Whitehead, who embraces his flashy lifestyle and can often be seen driving around the Big Apple in his Rolls Royce, was delivering a sermon at his Leaders of Tomorrow's International Ministries when police say three robbers walked in. They showed guns and demanded property from Miller Whitehead and his wife, Asia Whitehead. The service was also being live streamed online. See, this is what happens when you act too flashy. This is what happens when you decide to be boastful and not move in silence. That's all. I'm just gonna leave that right there. I'm just gonna let that marinate. Just gonna let that marinate right there.
Let it marinate. Let it marinate.
Let it just marinate right there. Dr. Antoinette says the video of it was interesting. Kim Emerson says, first of all, Pat Preacher, why are you wearing $1 million worth of jewelry in church? No doubt.
Right. That's the good question.
Uh, Listen, it looks like them ties and offering been good to him.
Good.
Either that or he's getting a lot of views on his live stream. But Diane Ladybug says, looked all staged to me. Considering he's a close friend to the New York City mayor, I could definitely see that. I could definitely see how that can be. How can that look a little fishy, a little suspicious? That could be a little suspicious. But listen, people are gonna learn that not everything is for public consumption, and not everything is meant to be shown. So, this is what happens when you act too flashy.
Doing too much, as I like to say. I tell my dad all the time, you're doing
It,
too much. In this case,
exactly.
you do.
Exactly. It's like sitting on down, simmer down somewhere. Fred Jones says something's off about this story. Diane Ladybug says the man sitting next to the pulpit never moved. Mm. And they supposed to be the main ones protecting the preacher. If you sitting in the pulpit or sitting next to the preacher, that's your main job. That and to look over the offering, but I don't know. Something's definitely fishy about this. Kenny Stanley asked, how many members does he have? From what I've seen on the live stream video, he has a pretty good amount. I want to say he usually averages somewhere in the triple digits. Usually like 150 viewers on a live stream. Me personally, I have never catched his live streams before. He tends to get quite an audience, considering that he's in New York and his ministries over at the Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries. So maybe he gets a lot of international viewers, most probably in France. Kim Emerson says, sounds like an inside job. Maybe one of the altar workers or the deacons set him up. But the fact that he didn't move an inch when three guys burst in, yeah, something is definitely suspicious about all that. So, Lexi, how do you said he's doing too much? I agree with you. So
That's all I got to say about it. Because he's just doing too much. Trying to get too much attention. He just doing the most. The mostest.
see, he was putting them ties and offering into the material things and not building it for the kingdom.
Exactly. And this is
That
where you end up. It's just
don't make no sense. Uh, Miss Adrian says it was highly sus, and Valerie Johnson says if staged, criminals are dumb. There are professional investigators, detectives, and forensic scientists that study these types of cases. They will be found. And Diane Ladybug says, did anyone hear screaming staged? Mm.
see.
Maybe they did this for a publicity stunt. That could happen too. If viewership was low, you know, they probably did it for to get some attention. I know stuff like that tends to happen. I don't know if many of you know the story of a father bringing his son McDonald's, but not bringing anything else for his baby mama's other kids. And that video got a lot of attention. A lot of people were siding with the man, but it turns out the whole thing was staged. Um, so, yeah, people do a lot of things for a certain C word called clout. So, just it doesn't make any sense. So, Lexi, I'm going to send it over to you for our next headline. What do you have
Yeah.
for us?
So from NBC, it's a special one today. Try to end on a good note. It's a World War II veteran honored. So Romy Davis will be recognized for her service Monday at as a World War II veteran at Montgomery City Hall. Davis will receive the Congressional Gold Medal. Letters and packages by the millions were sent to U.S. troops every day. This was the way of communicating back then for troops with their families, and it was Romy Davis's job to separate and get them out to all the troops. According to NBC, the job of clearing out the massive backlog in a military that was still segregated by race fell upon the largest all black, all female group to serve in the war, this 6,888th Central Postal Directory Battalion. On Tuesday, the oldest living member of the unit is being honored. Ms. Davis told NBC, "I think it's an exciting event, and it's something for families to remember," Davis said. "It isn't just mine. No, it's everybody's. We all had to be broken in, so to speak, to do what had to be done," Davis said, who mainly worked as a motor pool driver. The male situation was in horrid shape. They didn't think the girls could do it, but they proved a point. "It's great to see our veterans are still being honored. It's let them know that we see them and hear them and they're not forgotten, especially in this segregated case." So, what do we think?
Mm. This is all surreal and shocking, but I don't know what to think for real. I really don't. Jeffrey Allen James says insurance fraud could be behind on taxes, and the tax man comes for him in terms of the pastor being robbed on a live stream video. Um, but I don't know, man. But speaking of a pastor and his flashy ways, my next headline. This is an interesting one. So, if you ever wanted to travel like a billionaire but don't have quite the budget for it, I have 10 ways, or this was reported by Forders. They have 10 ways or 10 genius hacks to help even the most humble of travelers get a taste of life as the rich and famous. So there's nothing wrong with indulging yourself or, taking a few, trips for yourself. If you decide to, upgrade your economy seat on a plane, you want to get a little better service in the first class area where they, give you an actual pour from the bottle instead of like an actual water bottle. They pour the sparkling water into an actual cup for you. I have those 10 ways for you right here. Speaking of first class, you can fly semi private. Does anyone really need all that space? No, they don't. When you're used to flying spirits, even the basic economy on Delta can feel like a treat, which means free sanitizer wipes and free pretzels. Or some airlines have those Biscoff cookies. Those are pretty good cookies, especially if you have those with your coffee. Get the ultimate selfie and 5-star service on JSK. The airline proudly offers a private jet style experience as close to commercial prices as available. A single trip to from Burbank to Concord, for example, will set you back $189 each way, while Dallas to Austin go as low as $169. You will waltz through a private terminal 20 minutes before departure, walk the tarmac right onto the plane, and fly in in fly in an intimate cabin with a maximum of just 30 other passengers. Let's that sounds too good to be true. But listen, you don't really need if you don't like all that space and economy. You can fly semi-private using JSK. You can also rock the penthouse suites in a boutique hotel. Mm. While the Palms Casino Resort in Vegas charges a whopping $100,000 per night for its Epiphany Suite, you can get Hotel Theodore residence in Seattle suite for around $1,200 during low season. That's $400 each if you don't mind sharing with a couple of friends. So these are just some
Fun.
eccentric ways, some hacks to live like to live and travel like a billionaire. You can also borrow a designer wardrobe. Not exactly wearing Dior or Prada or Gucci, but you can consider Nike, low known um, designer. Kim Emerson says, "Ain't nobody rolling like that." Oh, to dream of rolling like that, and to dream of living a lifestyle that you're working towards. You're gonna get there, but it's gonna take some time, and that kind of ties into our inspirational message for today, and it kind of ties in what me and Lexi discussed earlier with a certain song, from Princess and the Frog. So we were wrestling with what to schedule this, but it was right in front of us. And the inspirational message for today is you're almost there. So I'm actually gonna let Lexi, if she's comfortable, do the inspirational message today. So
Yeah.
Lexi,
So me and my good friend last night were having like a really good conversation, and we noticed that we kind of focus on things ahead, but we forget to focus what's in front of us. And I ended up saying, just focus on what's in front of you, then you can tackle on what's ahead of you. And she was like, I mean, he was like, "What? Where did you get that from?" I said, "I came up with it myself." They're like, "What? What? Really?" I'm like, yeah, just we so commonly think of what's ahead that we stumble and forget on the important details of what's in front of us. And so there's a small verse. Ephesians 5:15 says, "Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. Therefore do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is." So just keep the Lord's will in your mind and just focus on what's in front of you, because you can't build a house without a foundation. So you you got to look at your details and just keep God in mind, keep praying and keeping devotion next to you and your support group next to you. And yeah, Isaiah, what you got for us?
you are saying something right there, Lexi. And I agree with Kim Emerson that that's a word. You said something that kind of hit home for me, building a foundation. Um, and you're in high school, so you're at the perfect stage for this to build your foundation. Um, it's kind of like building your dream house. Will you be content with a one story house where there's only one floor and maybe a basement, or are you going to go the extra mile, go through that extra trial and tribulation for the 2 story, the 3 story house where you have 3 floors, a 5 bedroom, 3.5 baths, a basement, an attic, a huge backyard. That way you can have a pool and a jacuzzi in the back. It's all about, you know, like you said, what's in front of you, focusing on what's in front of you, and also focusing what's down the road.
Right. Shortcuts for greatness. So
Absolutely, because through trials and tribulations, um, God keeps us. Even when it doesn't seem like He's there, He is there with us, and He's guiding us through each obstacle and test, encouraging us and letting us know that we're almost there. And by when and it can and there can be something different for everyone. It could be to a new job. It can be to a new house. Um, a new relationship. It could be, um, it can even go as far as, you're almost there to heaven, because at the end of the day, we don't really need anyone's approval but God's. And at the end of the day, He determines whether you have been His loyal and faithful servant. So,
absolutely. Just keep
actually, you
in
came
mind.
with a word today.
Keep it in mind, folks. I try.
Absolutely. So, just a quick reminder, that we will be here tomorrow, for the Young People Takeover, the last day of the Young People Takeover before News and Motion goes into our break during the month of August. But we will be back September 7th for our new season of News and Motion. You can also be sure to grab a book, Miss Gail Dudley's book, Inspire, which you can pre-order from now until August 3rd. And for everyone who orders, they will have an opportunity to receive one of four $25 gift cards for gas, and the drawing for that will take place on August 5th. Again, you can purchase this book through her website, which would be www.gaildudley.com. Uh, and
What?
for every person who orders the book, their name will be entered into a drawing. So if you order 10 books and you decide to give 9 of those or 8 of those away for gifts, then your name will be entered into a drawing 10 times. So just want to do that for Ms. Gail Dudley, as she has been a blessing for us.
I, for-
Uh, what was you saying, Lexi?
I forgot. I forgot the national days.
Oh,
I forgot. I'm sorry, y'all. I
please
was
let
so
us know about those national days.
ooh, national days. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead.
That's all you.
Okay, so it goes. So first, I saw in the comments Ohio State Fair does begin today. That's good to know. So go with your family and hang out. Have some fun. See if they got a funnel cake or two. Then today's National Days. So National Scotch Day is today. National New Jersey Day is also today for our New Jersey folks, our New Jersey kids. National Korean War Veterans Armistice Day is today, and National Creme Brulee Day is also today. So,
Creme brulee.
creme brulee.
Creme brulee. Okay. And you said something about a funnel cake? National funnel cake day?
No. I'm talking about the state fair.
Oh, okay.
I wish, but
I've never had a funnel cake before. Never. But, I mean, I've seen it at the fairs. You, you really disbelieve. I mean, there's stuff better at the fair. Like,
don't do that. Mm-mm. You
what?
had a funnel cake, so don't say there's something better. No, no.
There is. Like, I mean, I'm just saying. No, there's other options than just funnel cake. You
News and
got
motion. Y'all gotta tell them funnel cakes. Tell them funnel cakes. Tell them about funnel cakes, because we're not gonna get into this. It's like caramel and caramel. Let's not do that. Mm-mm.
I
Y'all
mean,
tell them for me. I don't.
I'm not coming for you. I'm just saying. I've never really had a funnel cake before. That's all.
You need to have one, okay? And I just came back from Texas not too long ago. We had a peach cobbler funnel cake truck. Woo, Jesus.
Oh,
Let me tell you.
you said
My
peach
God, my God.
cobbler?
Peach cobbler. Oh, Shabba. Oh, I felt it in my pinky toe, as my dad would say.
Hmm.
God.
That okay. That sounds intriguing. That
Babe.
that that does sound intriguing. Also, y'all, before we get out of here, I know a lot of us have seen the Black Panther trailer. We've actually talked about the Black Panther trailer this
Quite
week.
a lot on here.
Yes, quite a lot. As you can tell, we are hyped for the movie.
Very much.
It is being reported that people of color are deciding to wear all white to the movie theater. Me personally, I don't know how to feel about that. I understand why, but you got different factors in. You have popcorn. People could be eating popcorn. Sometimes, if something exciting happens in the movie,
I'll
you
just
tend
wear
to.
a raincoat. We'll be good. A white raincoat. So
Oh, exactly. I
represent.
might wear a white tee that on them. A white tee. Some white jeans or something. The white Air Forces. But I don't know. If they said if you're not comfortable wearing all white, then you can definitely dress from head to toe in a singular color, tribal color. Um, Me personally, I am still deciding whether I want to show up in the Black Panther suit.
We're gonna
But if
show up and show out. Okay.
yes, just know that November 11th we will show up and show out for not only our king, but for Queen Mother, for the daughter Amaje, for Nakira, for Shuri, for all of Wakanda. So we gonna show up and gonna show out because that's just what we do.
That's what we do.
Dr. Antoinette says heritage attire for Black Panther for me. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. Deborah Sneeze says elephant ears are the best.
I can't think if I've had elephant ears or not. Mother, I know you're watching. Help me. I can't remember if I had
Elephant
elephant.
ears? Elephant ears?
I've heard what they are. I just can't remember if I had them or not.
You say you know what they are?
I remember what they are. Something like I know it's some kind of like I think like cake like thing. Let me make sure I'm right.
Oh, okay. I mean that kind of sounds like something that we serve at IHOP or something. Like it sounds like a kiddish pancake. Um, I don't know what they would use for the elephant ears. Probably a cantaloupe or something. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go. Miss Adrian says elephant ears just a different version of a funnel cake, thicker and cake-like, but still deep fried.
Thank you for the explanation because Safari was taking a little too long.
Mm. Okay then. Well, y'all, with that being said, it is time for us to head on out. I know some of y'all have to get ready to go to work. But we will be back here tomorrow for the final day. The
Y'all better
final
tune
day of
in.
Young People Takeover. So
Gonna be
tell your
special.
tell your friends, tell your family, tell your extended family, tell your cousins, uncles, the aunties, what you say, Lexi, baby kids?
And the baby kids. I was gonna say that. I was
Baby
gonna keep
kids.
it covered. And the baby kids. Always.
And you don't want to miss tomorrow because tomorrow we will have some headline news, but it was mostly going to be Throwback Thursday.
It's gonna be special. It's our last day. We gotta make it special.
We gonna make it fun. We gonna make it intriguing. So bring the conversations. We will bring the topics. We're just going to be for Throwback Thursday. We're going to have plenty of discussion. So, we're going to discuss, the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, what movies or music was best around those times, who was the better artist or group around that time. So y'all going to want to tune in.
We need y'all in the comments. So y'all better show up and show out as you always do.
And I think I can speak for me and Lexi when we say we truly appreciate all the love and all the support that y'all have shown us throughout this entire Young People Takeover. Jeffrey Allen James says, "Everybody bring the red Solo cups."
Thank you very much. Bring the
Yes,
celebratory glasses. We will be ready tomorrow. That's a great.
yes, I love the energy. Bring the Solo cups, ladies. You can bring the coffee mugs and the mimosa glass. Well, Lexi, you need to bring a no mosa glass.
A mini mosa.
A mini mo. Okay, a mini mosa glass. Fellas, bring the red Solo cups. This is going to be a party.
It's gonna be a
We're gonna
party.
have
Go
a
out with a bang. Come on, we
we
ready.
come on. We going out with a bang before the new season of News in Motion. So bring the energy. Bring the Solo cups. Bring the mimosa glasses. Bring the conversation. and we will see everyone tomorrow at 7:25 for the last edition of Young People Takeover. We can't wait to see y'all. It is Isaiah, along with Lexi Williams. We will